The cast is going to be here in a little while. Also in the studio today, Jeff Jacobs, Summit 954, and right now is Jim Camacho and the cast of The Mouse King. And welcome back, Jim and everybody.
Hey, thanks for having us. Thank you. So happy Hanukkah to everybody.
This is almost like a tradition now, Jim.
It really is, yeah.
And The Mouse King is the untold story of the Nutcracker. It is a theater production put on.
It's the real story. It's no more of that fake news.
Oh, no. And I haven't read about it yet. This hasn't been discovered yet, the real story of the Nutcracker.
Yeah, well, the real story is, I think the best way to describe this is actually have the actual Nutcracker tell the real story of the Nutcracker, because he's here in the studio with us.
Oh, that's incredible.
For those of you watching at home on Facebook, or those of you who will be watching in the future via the YouTube channel here, Michael's wonderful YouTube channel, which is great, he can tell you the actual story.
Now, who is this Nutcracker guy? Is this...
Well, the person behind the curtain, or the actual...
Well, when you're on stage with the puppet, does the audience see the puppeteers?
Yeah, well, they see. Well, we have some wonderful puppeteers here from New York, and formerly from New York via Orlando, who's working puppetry over at Disney. And we have James Voital here from New York. He built all the puppets, and we've been working together for 6 and 7 years now.
We've done
on
several different shows together.
Music videos. And Nate, we've known each other for a little while. Nate, say hi.
We worked on a show in New York with Noel, who wrote Noel McNeil, who's the writer of the book.
Noel came up with this idea of the Nutcracker, and I say this every year. I'm sorry, not the Nutcracker. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. I feel like Nate kind of jumped in front of me here on this one. But every year I tell you, we had dinner with Noel, and I said, hey, we should work on this. And I kept nudging. And the same thing I say every time. And we finally said, yeah, let's do it. We met at a coffee shop, and we hammered out the idea, and we wrote the show.
So this is like 5 years in running, right?
Yeah, well, this is our sixth year. Yeah, so it's great. Yeah, so Noel McNeil and James built all the puppets, and now Nate can carry on.
Yes, and then so I worked with Jim and Noel on some shows in New York, and then Noel did the first year of Mouse King as Drosselmeyer and the Nutcracker puppeteer, and then he asked me to do it the following year. So I was a part of the show from year 2 and 3.
Yes,
and I play as well as being a puppeteer. I also play Drosselmeyer, the creator of...
Well, Nate, let me interrupt you. What qualifies you to play the Nutcracker and Drosselmeyer?
Absolutely nothing.
Yes. Yes, I guess it was a serendipitous to be the creator and the creation.
Yes.
So I play both sides.
Yes.
So you have a track record of puppeteering or acting in general?
Both, yeah. I actor, musical theater, and then puppetry in New York. Worked professionally over the last 10 years in New York, and that's how I got involved with all these talented individuals.
He's also an amazing voiceover artist.
Yeah,
and
super talented guy. And speaking
very
of
kind.
super talented people, we also have Mindy.
Yes, Mindy.
Oh, Mindy is in the back there.
Hi, Mindy.
Yes.
Hello.
This is year 2 for Mindy.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my second year with the Mouse King.
Uh-huh.
And I play Mother Ginger, as well as doing puppetry for a lot of different moments in the show.
Yeah.
Are you out of New York now?
I am. I live in New York. I'm a puppeteer in New York City, and I've gotten to work with these guys in a couple different projects, and that's how I came to be here.
Where are you from before New York?
Oh, I'm from Texas originally.
And has New York been good to you?
It has. It has. I've been there for 11 years now, and puppetry kind of came to me. I'm a musical theater actor as well, and when you are someone who has an affinity for movement on stage, puppetry can come very naturally, and so that is how I came into puppetry.
Well, let me ask you just a quick question, Mindy. When you first moved to New York, how long did it take for you to feel comfortable in New York?
That's a good question. I think there was kind of shell shock. It was a hard thing to move to New York City at 19 years old, and I think it took me about a year and a half before I was really comfortable in the city.
Well, congratulations.
But now it's my home, so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the puppet maker, that would be
That's me. I'm
Jim.
James.
And are you still making puppets?
I still design and build puppets.
Doesn't sleep very much.
My stock and trade. Yeah, I don't get much sleep.
Well, who are you building puppets for now?
Well, on top of my own projects, I do work for Carnival Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, different shows there. I just came back from one in Spain and another one. I was actually just down in Florida not long ago doing a Royal Caribbean. I work for the Jim Henson Company.
Oh, you still work for them?
I still work for them as a freelancer. I help work on lots of different things. We just we're wrapping up close to season 50 of Sesame Street.
50.
Season 50 is being filmed now. I think we wrap in 2 or 3 weeks. And
so what did you do? What did you do in season 50 of Sesame Street?
Not much. I was actually working on a production for Australia for a theater show, and we also had a couple other things going. But last week I had to make some alterations to a very famous bird's foot, and I also had to help fix make a new puppet for a scene. It was a talking dust mop.
Would you say that bird is large?
Very, very large.
I assume it's a yellow bird.
It could be.
A lot of birds are yellow.
But you're James. You're in South Florida now for the entire production of
I'm
Mouse
here,
King?
Yeah, we're down here to do Mouse King. So we're making alterations to puppets as we do every year because nothing is ever done.
Well,
it's
the
always
puppets.
changing.
The puppets are again beautiful.
Thank you
puppets.
very
They've
held up pretty. Not bad for 6 years old. They're getting a little worn. I gotta make some cleanups on them, but they're in good shape.
And they're great for radio.
They're perfect for radio.
Are you saying I have a face for radio?
Yes.
And this production of Mouse King this year, is it different from other years?
Well,
It evolves. It's always evolving. You know, I mean, we get a new group of kids almost every year, or they cycle into different roles, and but then Jim and Dean tweak it a little bit every year, something new. And this year Nate came up with some different ideas for blocking, and Mindy has had some ideas, and we just changed things to make it more exciting and dynamic for the new audiences.
It's fun how collaborative it is.
Yeah.
Working with Jim and Dean and Noel, it's just so they put a lot of trust in our ideas and things, and it's so we just have a blast. It's the reason why we keep coming back every year to want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, before Mindy, did you want to say something?
Well, I love the kids' interpretations too, and getting to see how they have different perspectives of the characters that they're playing, and even though a lot of them have been in it many different years, they all have different interpretations, and that's fun to watch too.
You get a lot of interesting questions from the kids.
Well, before we meet the kids, Jim, why don't you give us the rundown of where it is and the dates?
Okay.
And
Well, first, if you buy a computer or a phone that has a computer in it these days, you can go to mousekingtickets.com and you can get tickets there and learn about the show. But the shows are this coming Friday. Wow. Can you believe
Friday
it?
already.
Can you believe it? Wow.
Wow.
December 7th at 7 p.m. That's our opening night. I think there are a couple tickets still available for that show, but we do the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and we do the following weekend, the 14th, 15th, and 16th.
That's new. We're doing 2 weekends this year.
and the phone number for information if they're not in front of a computer?
Yeah, you can go to, there's a number for brown paper tickets, which is 800-838-3006. 800-838-3006, and you could just ask for Mouse King in Miami, and they'll hopefully know what you're talking about.
Is this reserved seating or is it first come, first served?
No, it's reserved seating, so you can buy tickets in the front row. I think some of them are sold out for the first. I think we're sold out of the front row for the first night. But
Is that the splash zone?
yeah, it's a splash zone.
Yeah, for
Bring your
Nutcracker.
ponchos.
Yes.
And how long ago did the production first go into? When did you start casting for this?
September we started casting. That's when these guys came out to audition, and we've been working pretty hard, eh?
And they worked hard all spring too, because we were down here doing a show with them in the spring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
so
do lots of shows.
they never stop.
I know we as the transplants from New York coming in late cannot speak more highly of how talented these kids are and how hard they work.
That's well, I guess that's something for the teachers here, Jim.
No, it is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Well,
These two
it's a
never
true
stop
testament.
either. They never leave the theater these days.
Yeah.
They're there until after midnight most days.
Well, let's meet the kids. How do you, let's say hello to them and say your names and talk into the microphones and just go one by one. Tell me how old you are, maybe where do you go to school, and
Let's start with Brianna. What's your name, Brianna?
Yeah.
My name is Brianna Tirone, and I am 7 years old, and I am playing the role of Nougat.
All right.
Excellent. And just
Let's
come
carry
one by
on.
one.
Yeah.
Come on.
Carry on.
My name's Sienna. I'm 7 years old, and I play the role of Astrolog's assistant. My name is Rafa, and I am 8 years old, and I play the role of Coffee. Hi, my name is Ivana Barroso. I play the role of Toffee in the Squeakerson family. Hi, my name is Miranda Flores. I am 9 years old, and I play the role of Toffee in the Cheesy Meezies family.
You get a little closer, guys, when you're talking. Okay, let's go. What's your name, Ella?
Hi, my name is Ella, and I'm 8 years old, and I play the role of Nougat.
Okay, come on, move up to the mic here.
Hi, my name is Cree. I'm 6 years old, and this is my first year in Mouse King, and I play Coco.
All right.
Back row, really loud, guys.
Hi, my name is Clara. I'm 8 years old, and I play the role of Lollipop Girl.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Frankie. I'm 10 years old, and I play the role of Marie. Hi, my name's Sophia Mendoza. I'm 10 years old, and I play the role of Queen.
Hi, my name is Mika Ringel, and I'm 9 years old, and I play Krakatuck.
Hi, my name is Cecile Etzbach. I am 7 years old, and I play the role of Astrolog's assistant.
Hi, my name is Constanza Larguia. I'm 9 years old, and I play the role of Fritz.
Okay. Really loud.
Hi, my name is Felix. I'm 9 years old, and I play the role of Fritz too.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And do you ever get so nervous that you feel like you're not going on stage? Has that ever happened to you? No, that happens to me all the time. I don't get it.
Happens to me constantly. That's why I'm a puppeteer, so no one looks at me.
And let's have a song, Jim. What song do you want to lead them, Evan?
What do you guys want to start with? Okay, that sounds good. We can do that. Ready? And puppeteers, you want to sing as well?
Not very well.
I mean the puppets.
The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat. Through peppermint gates, a candy kingdom awaits. So many treats, even there beneath your feet. There's a cobblestone candy road. More than you can imagine in your wildest dreams. Delightful, delectable, delicious. Lots of cake and candy. The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat. A magical candy home. The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat. A lemonade brook, gummy fish on a hook. Chocolate and cream, ribbon candy, what a dream. A magical candy home. More than you can imagine in your wildest dreams. Delightful, delectable, delicious. Lots of cake and candy. The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat. A magical candy home.
Dance break works great on radio. It's amazing what they're doing. Trust me. Okay, here we go.
More than you can imagine in your wildest dreams. Delightful, delectable, delicious. Lots of cake and candy. The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat. A magical candy home. A magical candy home. A magical candy. The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat. The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat. The kingdom of sweets, there are lots of things to eat.
All right, live in the WLRN studio, the cast of The Mouse King. Now, this is a pretty big cast, Jim?
Yes, we have a bunch of kids, a whole bunch of kids, multiple cast members for different nights, different roles. So we have a great group of kids, and they're working great. There's so many great people who keep on auditioning, it's hard to say no.
And Jim, let's have one more song.
Okay, great.
Wait, you
How on? Okay, this. Oh, you want to do Christmas and How On? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do How On. You want to sing?
Sure.
Okay. You want to try and
Oh,
sing
sure,
here
we do.
since we have that mic
here we
not
go.
cooperating? Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Marie, why don't you come closer to the mic here?
Solo.
How odd, it looks so sad, like it's alive, like it needs a friend.
How strange, she spoke of a mouse. Could this be the one where magic played out?
How weird, she looks at the toy like it's alive, like it's a boy. How odd, how strange, how weird. And this today is here. How odd, how strange, how weird.
strong, dashing and brave, one who protects and one who would save.
If I could fashion a way to get to this mouse, I'd get in its way.
How odd, how strange, how weird. And this today is here. How odd, how strange, how weird.
All right. Woo! Give yourselves a hand.
That's great. That's beautiful. What's so nice, James? That's just so nice. Give me
that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's James.
No,
James
we're
and Jim.
both James. So
Jim
that's
and
why I
James,
went with Jim, just to kind of reduce the confusion.
Okay. And the puppets are beautiful. And I do have to mention, Nate, that I heard you singing. I didn't hear the Nutcracker singing.
Oh, yeah.
He's not in that scene.
No, he's not in that scene.
Oh, he wasn't in that
Yeah,
scene.
that's when Drosselmeyer singing to his goddaughter while she's looking at the Nutcracker, and Drosselmeyer kind of bequeaths the Nutcracker to her, and it's like, there's something weird about this doll. There's something strange about it, and he's at the same time talking about she spoke of a mouse earlier, and so he knows the backstory of what happened to.
Okay. Well, you're not wrecking anything for us.
No.
Okay. Well, tell us again, Jim, where and when, and the times and information.
Well, this Friday night, 7 p.m., you can come to Mouse King. There are still a few tickets available. Let me just say that we usually do sell out. So go get tickets. There are some left for the Friday night, 7 p.m. And that's when we start. We go for 2 weekends. The Friday nights are at 7, and the Saturdays and Sundays are at 2 p.m. And that's the December 7th, 8th, and 9th, and December 14th, 15th, and 16th. You can purchase tickets at mousekingtickets.com. And or if you don't have access to a computer, you can just call 800-838-3006 and Brown Paper Tickets. Just tell them, hey, I'd like to get tickets for Mouse King in Miami, and then they'll give you tickets.
Excellent.
Well, not give, you'd have to pay for them, but
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you doing this year after year and
Thanks for
making
having
this
us.
like a
That's great.
holiday tradition. And kids, I wish you best luck, and I hope you have great careers in TV and radio and movies. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
wanna
you
do
all
Chris
for
Mouse?
coming.
I don't think we have time. We can do it as we're leaving.
What's
Maybe
that?
A little bit of Chris Mouse as we go.
Okay.
Little song to play
All
us
right.
out.
Okay,
Play
we'll
us out.
play us
Go
out.
ahead.
Okay. Happy Chris Mouse.
Christmas, favorite time of the year. So glad you're here. Cheers with all of near and dear. It's Christmas. We can play all day. Throw the cares away. Hey, we'll be gone soon. Drums from up above. Tasty delights. We'll wait all night. And then we'll stay up late until we're done. Christmas, favorite time of the year. So glad you're here. Cheers.
Happy
Christmas to you. So glad you're here. Cheers. Happy Christmas to you.
Happy Chris Mouse.
Happy Christmas.
Get it?
And happy Hanukkah to everybody.
Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great run, another run, and I'll hopefully see you next year.
Thanks for having us.
Here's music from Jay Brown.